It is the 31st century, and mankind is once again at war. The battlefields of the future are dominated by huge robotic war machines known as battlemechs.
Captain Chryson, Draconis Combined Forces have set up a network hub in the now abandoned LDMC complex. Our technicians are still trying to purge our systems of their virus, and one good turn deserves another. Proceed to the area and upload a virus into their system, then level the complex to make purging their system even more difficult. Good luck, Captain. While somewhat minimized, the computer virus upload into the Deneb Light Cavalry Information Network had been a problem for months. When the opportunity arrived to similarly disrupt the enemy networks, Federated Suns commanders deployed 2 full lances of 5th Company. Their plan was to strike quickly and overwhelm the forces protecting the network facility. Had the Deneb Light Cavalry arrived a few hours before, or a few hours later, this most likely would have been the case. However, the attack force arrived just as the Dirian regulars were changing one watch over to another. The remains of Sigori Lance combined with the heavy mechs of Chakotay Lance, as well as the tanks and infantry forces already on station. Normally, this surprise may have given the Deneb forces pause. However, the Federated Suns were particularly motivated to carry out their orders. Their fervor was likely linked to the official name of the civilian complex, the Lucian Davian Memorial Commercial Complex. Turn 1. The Hermes 2 runs forward through the rubble. The Thunderbolt stands still, taking aim. The Goblin tank's troop bay ramp drops, and its infantry storm into the southern building. The Guillotine stands still, waiting. The other Goblin tank also disgorges its infantry into the northern building. The Victor jumps over the rubble in front of him. The Locust stands ready, waiting for targeting data. The Commando waits for a mech to enter the gateway. The Panther stands still, taking aim with his PPC. The Raven runs forward through the patches of rubble. The Blackjack runs forward. The Phoenix Hawk also charges ahead. The Awesome runs into the rubble of a collapsed building. The Stalker runs with the Awesome. The Atlas charges forward at full speed. The Battlemaster takes aim at the approaching Davians. The Blackjack scans the nearby building. The Phoenix Hawk cannot see an enemy. The Awesome fires 2 of his PPCs at the Panther. One misses, but the other one melts away the armor of the right torso. The Stalker also opens up on the small Panther with dual LRM-10 launchers and a large laser. The missiles crash into the center torso and right leg, and the large laser melts through the structure of the mech's already damaged right torso, destroying it and robbing the light mech of its primary weapon. The Raven has no target. The Atlas fires both large lasers in his AC-10 at the Panther, but misses. The Battlemaster returns fire on the Atlas with his PPC, but misses. The Hermes scans the northern building. The Thunderbolt fires his large laser and LRM-15 at the massive Atlas, the large laser melting away some of the right leg armor, while the missiles hit the left torso and right arm. The Goblin tank has no fire. The foot infantry open up on the nearby Hermes, damaging the mech's right and left torsos, as well as the left leg. The Guillotine has no target. The Victor is out of weapons range. The Locust fires his dual LRM-5s indirectly on the Atlas, the missiles hitting the left arm. The Commando has no fire. The Panther manages to weather the damage and stay standing, but without his long-range weapon he is unable to respond to the enemy. The other Goblin tank cannot fire. Turn 2. The Panther jumps away, breaking line of sight with the approaching Davians. The Hermes runs into the gateway. The Atlas runs up behind the Hermes. The Battlemaster runs into melee with the Hermes. The Thunderbolt takes aim. The Goblin tank lines up his large laser. The infantry forces take up firing positions in the building. The guillotine walks around the corner to fire on the Davians. The Phoenix Hawk leaps into the air over the building, trying to flank the Caridans. The Blackjack walks up to the building, preparing his jump jets. The Goblin tank backs up to fire on the landing Phoenix Hawk. The Awesome keeps running through the rubble, trying to get closer. The Stalker follows and passes the Awesome. The Raven runs around his allies, entering the gateway. The Victor jumps over the rubble, joining the Blackjack. The Locust concentrates on targeting data being sent to him. The Commando stands still, taking aim. The Raven fires both medium lasers and his SRM-6 at the Battlemaster, a medium laser hitting the assault mech's center torso, while the missiles pepper the center torso, left leg, and right leg. The Thunderbolt fires his large laser, 2 medium lasers, and an SRM-2 at the Hermes, one of the medium lasers hitting the smaller mech's right arm, while the missiles both hit the right torso. The Goblin tank fires his main gun and machine gun at the Hermes, the large laser damaging the mech's right arm. The infantry also fire on the Hermes, concentrating fire on the center torso and left arm. The Awesome fires both PPCs at the Battlemaster, one of the PPCs damaging the left arm. The Stalker also fires on the Battlemaster with 4 medium lasers and both SRM-6 launchers. 2 of the lasers hit the right arm, while some of the SRMs damage the center torso, left leg, left torso, and left arm. The Guillotine fires on the Hermes, Alpha striking the smaller mech, missing with most of his weapons. Only 2 medium lasers hit the right leg and torso. The Phoenix Hawk fires a medium laser and his machine guns at the Panther, the medium laser damaging the Panther's remaining arm. The Blackjack cannot fire. The Goblin tank fires his weapons at the Phoenix Hawk, but cannot hit the fast mech. The Victor still cannot fire. The Locust fires both LRM-5s indirectly at the Phoenix Hawk, but misses. The Commando fires his medium laser and both SRM-6s at the Hermes. The medium laser hits the mech's left torso, while the missiles slam into the center torso and right arm, exploding into the internal structure of the right arm, locking up the mech's shoulder and upper arm actuator. The Panther cannot lock on with his SRMs. The Atlas opens up again on the Battlemaster with both large lasers and his AC-10, but again misses the assault mech. The Battlemaster, tasting a kill, manages to stay standing while firing nearly his full arsenal at the stricken Hermes. While most of the weapons miss, a medium laser melts through the laser core of the Hermes' large laser, destroying the weapon. The Battlemaster's massive foot crashes into the Hermes' left leg, straining the internal structure, just manages to stay intact. The infantry fire on the Awesome, hitting it in the center torso, and left arm. Turn 3. The Awesome runs through the rubble past the Raven. The Locust stands still, preparing his LRMs. The Stalker runs through the rubble into the complex courtyard. The Victor jumps over the building, joining the battle. The Commando runs from the assault mechs bearing down on him. The Panther backs away, watching the Phoenix Hawk. The Raven runs to join the Phoenix Hawk. The Thunderbolt backs away. The Goblin tank follows the Commando. The Hermes turns to run but loses control and falls, damaging the mech's right leg. Standing, the Hermes flees back toward safety. The Atlas walks forward toward the Battlemaster. The infantry again set up to fire on the enemy mechs. The Battlemaster backs away. The Guillotine leaps away, joining the growing furball in the south. The Phoenix Hawk backs up, getting behind the Thunderbolt. The Blackjack follows the Victor up and over the building. The Goblin tank stays still, lining up his shot. The Blackjack fires 2 medium lasers at the Battlemaster, but misses. The Raven opens up on the rear of the Commando with his medium lasers and SRM launcher, a medium laser melting its way through the paper-thin rear armor of the center torso, damaging the light mech's gyro, while the SRMs damage the right arm, right leg, and left arm. The Raven lands a kick on the Commando's left leg. The Goblin tank fires his large laser at the Phoenix Hawk, but misses. The gunner also manages to get a shot off on the rear of the Raven with the tank's machine gun, damaging the light mech's rear left torso armor. The Hermes has no fire. The Atlas scans the nearby building, cooling his mech. The Battlemaster opens up on the Victor with his 4 medium lasers, both machine guns, and his SRM-6. 2 of the lasers hit the Victor's right leg and left torso, while the SRMs damage the left torso and right leg. The Battlemaster tries to kick the landing Victor, but misses. Again, the Awesome fires both PPCs at the Battlemaster, but misses. The Stalker unleashes his medium lasers and both SRM launchers at the Battlemaster, hitting with only a medium laser to the left torso and a few of the SRMs hitting the center torso, left torso, and right arm. The Victor fires his AC-20 medium laser at the Battlemaster, the massive AC-20 round cracking through the Battlemaster's center torso armor, but the laser misses. The Victor kicks out, damaging the Battlemaster's left leg. The Commando manages to stay standing, and Alpha strikes the Phoenix Hawk. The Flamer and all the missiles miss, but the medium laser hits the Phoenix Hawk's right arm. The Commando kicks the Phoenix Hawk in the left leg. The Panther also fires on the Phoenix Hawk with his SRM-4, the missiles hitting the right leg and right torso. The Panther also manages to kick the larger mech in the right leg. The infantry open up on the massive Atlas, damaging the mech's left arm and right torso. The Guillotine Alpha strikes the Victor medium lasers, damaging the assault mech's right torso and left arm, while the SRMs hit the right torso, right arm, and left leg. The Phoenix Hawk manages to stay standing and opens up on the rear of the Thunderbolt, his large laser melting away the armor protecting the rear of the left torso, while the medium lasers damage the rear center torso and left arm. The machine guns further damage the left torso and right leg. The Locust again fires on the Phoenix Hawk with both LRMs. This time most of the missiles hit, slamming into the right torso. The Thunderbolt fires his large laser, 3 medium lasers, SRM-2, and both machine guns at the Victor, missing with all but a medium laser hitting the left leg. The Goblin tank fires his large laser at the Victor, but misses. The infantry opens up on the nearby Awesome, damaging the right arm and right torso. Turn 4. The Hermes safely withdraws from the combat zone. The Atlas runs forward. The Thunderbolt backs away. The Battlemaster manages to stay upright despite the withering fire and backs away with the Thunderbolt. The Stalker chases after the Battlemaster. The Awesome runs toward the Guillotine. The infantry leave the northern building. The Guillotine jumps back, joining the Thunderbolt. The infantry swarm out of the building around the legs of the Blackjack. The Locust stands still, concentrating on his LRMs. The Goblin tank drives at the feet of the Battlemaster. The Blackjack jumps, throwing off the infantry trying to swarm his legs and chasing the Battlemaster. The Raven tries to fall back, but runs right into the sights of the infantry. The Phoenix Hawk jumps around the data center into melee range with the Locust. The Goblin tank chases after the Phoenix Hawk. The Victor stands still, aiming his deadly AC-20. The Commando runs behind the Phoenix Hawk. The Panther backs up, also keeping the Phoenix Hawk in his sights. The infantry open up on the Raven, damaging the light mech's arms. Deadly lightning again streaks out from 2 of the Awesome's PPCs, this time at the nearby Goblin tank. The charge particles smash through the front armor, nearly ripping the treads off the tank, but also finding a weakness, melting its way into the crew area, striking the tank commander, turning the inside of the tank into a nightmare of burnt gore. The Victor Alpha strikes the Battlemaster. A medium laser hits the right arm, while the SRMs weaken the little remaining armor of the center torso and right torso. The AC-20 rounds streak past, missing the Cretan assault mech. The overheating Commando fires a single SRM-6 at the Phoenix Hawk, but misses. The Panther also fires his SRMs, but misses the Phoenix Hawk. The Locust fires his medium laser at the Phoenix Hawk, but misses. He secondary targets his LRMs at the Victor, but the shot is just too difficult. The infantry attack the Victor, damaging the right arm, left leg, but somehow rounds find their way through the center torso armor, damaging the mech's fusion engine. Also running hot, the Guillotine fires only a large laser and medium laser at the Victor, but misses. The Goblin tank fires his large laser at the Victor, but misses. The Blackjack opens up on the Battlemaster with all 4 of his medium lasers hitting the large mech's left and right torso as well as the right leg. The Atlas, now cooled and back in the battle, fires both large lasers at his AC-10 at the Battlemaster. The large laser hitting the mech's head, injuring the mech warrior within, while the other large laser melts the remaining center torso armor and damages the mech's fusion engine. The Thunderbolt responds with his large laser and LRM-15 at the Victor, but misses. The Battlemaster mech warrior blocks out the pain of his injury, but with his mech engine leaking waste heat, he can only fire a medium laser and SRM-6 at the Victor. The laser hits the Victor's left leg, while the SRMs pepper the mech's center torso, and left leg. The Raven fires on the exposed infantry, both medium lasers and his SRM-6. The lasers vaporize 2 of the soldiers, while the missiles explode, killing 8 more. The Phoenix Hawk fires his medium laser and 2 machine guns at the Locust, the medium laser damaging the mech's right torso. The Goblin tank fires his large laser at the Blackjack, damaging its right leg. The Stalker opens up on the Battlemaster with his 4 medium lasers. The lasers hit the mech's left arm, left torso, and a medium laser hits the mech's damaged head, melting its way through the armor, internal structure, the control panel, and the mech warrior within. The Battlemaster crumples to the ground. Turn 5. The Raven runs away from the infantry. The Phoenix Hawk backs up, trying to keep the Locust from escaping. The Goblin tank rides at full speed around the corner to fire on the Phoenix Hawk. The other Goblin tank crawls forward on its damaged treads. The Awesome runs around the corner. The Victor runs after the Awesome. The Commando runs up on the Phoenix Hawk, as does the Panther and Locust. The Stalker runs over the downed Battlemaster, chasing the Thunderbolt and Goblin tank. The infantry move forward. The Guillotine backs up. The Blackjack runs up on the crippled tank. The Atlas rounds the corner. The infantry move up. The Thunderbolt backs away. The Raven holds his fire. The Phoenix Hawk Alpha strikes the charging Commando. The large laser destroys the light mech's left arm, while the medium lasers damage the center torso, right leg, the machine guns hitting the right and center torso. The Phoenix Hawk attempts to kick the smaller mech, but misses. The Goblin tank fires his large laser at the Blackjack, but misses. The other Goblin fires on the Phoenix Hawk, but also misses. The Awesome fires both PPCs at the Guillotine, hitting the left arm and right leg. The overheating Victor cools his mech, firing only a medium laser at the Thunderbolt, but misses. The Commando fires his medium laser, Flamer, and remaining SRM-6 at the Phoenix Hawk. The Flamer hitting the center torso, missiles hitting the right torso and head. The Commando lands his kick on the Phoenix Hawk's right leg. The Blackjack fires his 4 medium lasers at the crippled tank, melting away more rear armor and blowing the damaged treads off the tank, leaving it stranded. The Atlas fires both large lasers and his AC-10 at the Thunderbolt, the large lasers hitting the right leg and right arm. The infantry open up on the Victor, damaging the assault mech's right arm, left arm, and weakening the rear armor of the center torso. The Panther fires his SRM-4 at the Phoenix Hawk, the missiles hitting the right arm, left leg, and left arm. The Panther misses with his kick. The Locust fires his medium laser at the Phoenix Hawk, damaging the center torso and kicking the right leg. The Stalker fires both LRM-10s and a large laser at the Thunderbolt. The large laser hits the right leg, while the missiles crash into the left leg. The far infantry are out of range. The Guillotine Alpha strikes the Blackjack, but in his rising panic misses the smaller mech. Turn 6. The Locust withdraws. The Stalker runs forward. The Raven runs around some of the rubble, angling to escape. The Phoenix Hawk jumps away from the light mechs. The Goblin tank withdraws. The infantry move forward. The Guillotine leaps to safety. The Awesome runs forward. The Victor follows the Awesome. The Goblin tank cannot move. The Commando chases after the flying Phoenix Hawk. The Phoenix Hawk lands, but his damaged legs buckle, causing the Phoenix Hawk to fall. The Blackjack jumps, landing near the Thunderbolt. The Atlas stands still. The Thunderbolt turns and runs. The Panther sees the Phoenix Hawk fall and runs to attack. The infantry move forward. The Raven has no target. The Phoenix Hawk fires his machine guns up at the Commando but misses. The infantry is out of range. The Awesome fires all 3 PPCs at the rear of the Thunderbolt, 2 of the PPCs heavily damaging the mech's right arm. The Victor fires his AC-20 at the Thunderbolt, but misses. The Goblin tank fires his large laser and machine gun at the Victor, the large laser damaging the lower leg actuator of the left leg, and the machine guns hitting the right arm. The Thunderbolt fires his large laser, his 3 medium lasers, and SRM-2 at the downed Phoenix Hawk, but misses. The Panther fires his SRM down into the Phoenix Hawk, hitting the right torso and left arm. The Panther stomps the Phoenix Hawk's center torso, but the armor holds up. The infantry are out of range. The Commando fires down on the Phoenix Hawk with his remaining weapons. The SRM's hitting the right torso, center torso, left arm, and left leg. The Phoenix Hawk manages to use his left arm to block the Commando's kick, but loses the arm in the process. The Blackjack Alpha strikes the rear of the Thunderbolt, trying to bring down the fleeing mech. The medium laser melting through the left arm and destroying the large laser housed there. The Atlas, with no other target, lines up on the crippled Goblin tank with his large lasers, AC-10 and SRMs, the weapons ripping into the tank's magazine, destroying the tank. The Stalker holds his fire, cooling his mech. Turn 7. The Panther jumps to safety. The infantry move toward a building. The Commando runs out of the combat zone. The Raven also retires from combat. The Blackjack walks after the Thunderbolt. The Atlas runs forward. The Awesome runs with the Blackjack. The Phoenix Hawk stands and hides around the corner of the network building. The Victor runs, chasing down the Thunderbolt. The Stalker runs forward. The Thunderbolt escapes to safety. Abandoned and exposed, the remaining infantry drop their weapons and surrender. Aftermath. After pushing the Draconis Combine out of the complex and uploading the virus into their information network, Captain Chryson had very mixed feelings about ordering the complex's destruction. The stores, shops, restaurants, and office space could be rebuilt, of course, but something about seeing the memorial to the founder of the Federated Suns melt away by laser fire just struck at his heart. Still, it was better than leaving it to be desecrated by the Caridans. Overall, the war was going very well for the Fifth Company, as they returned to base with more prisoners and a relatively intact assault mech. The Caridans, on the other hand, had become bogged down in the fighting around Polis. They had invaded with almost overwhelming numbers, but had become worn down, and the loss of their mercenary allies had drained their strength more than they cared to admit. As the battle again turned to a more digital nature, things were about to change. Since the beginning of the conflict, the Draconis Combine had used their dropships and aerotech assets to blockade David. For the most part, they had turned back or destroyed relief and resupply attempts. The dropship Fuso, stationed near the Zenith jump point, managed to transmit sensor data back to the Draconis Command before suddenly going dark. Because of the virus, the Fuso's final message was lost. The Tyrian regulars were unprepared for what had entered the system, and the winds of change were on its way. Hello, this is Adam of Dream Made Productions. Thank you for watching this video. I would ask, please help me grow this channel by subscribing, liking, leaving a comment, or sharing. I really enjoy bringing you these videos. If you would like to support the channel, I have included some places you can send Bitcoin or other crypto in the description. I have also included a link for PayPal if you would like to support that way. Please know that any amount you give will be cherished and used to upgrade equipment and improve the channel. As of the date of this video, all donations and any funds I can personally put in are being saved towards upgrading to a Canon G50 for HD video. I cannot express how honored I am that so many of you have chosen to watch my content. When I started this adventure, I thought I would just have one sub. Thanks, Mom. But the amount of support I have gotten has exceeded all my expectations. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I hope you enjoy the battle reps that are to come.